Yo, what's up guys, my name's Hakiii and these are the must-have things every solo player needs to have in GTA Online. From a bunch of different vehicles, to businesses, to property customization options, to different weapons, we're gonna have it all in today's video. Let's get into it. First, you have to be owning a motorcycle clubhouse. This is actually probably the cheapest business you can actually get in the game. It's only gonna run you about a few $100,000, and if you get one in a more rural area, you can actually get it for less than a few $100,000. And the only reason you want to have this business, it's not that great for money making. It's actually for the MC President menu in the interaction menu. So it's super convenient to register as an MC President, and then you're able to quickly call in any motorcycle you own. And this is way faster than calling the mechanic and requesting any car. I wish they would have this for cars, not just motorcycles. I find myself being able to call in a motorcycle literally within seconds, and it spawns instantly right next to you, unlike the mechanic. So the mechanic is really inconvenient compared to the MC menu, and this is something that I use every single day, probably in every session in GTA Online, just to be able to call in a good vehicle real quick and get to where I need to go. Transitioning over to the best grinding vehicles, there's quite a lot of them, so I'm gonna quickly name some of the best ones. The obvious one would be the most expensive vehicle in the game, or one of the most expensive though, Pressa Mark II. It's gonna run you $8 million or $6 million bucks if you have the trade price unlocked, and even though it's extremely expensive, it's really convenient to be able to call in through the MC President menu and be able to do any type of mission you want in free mode, whether it's security contracts or DAX missions, and it's a lot of people's go-to vehicle for a reason. So this is one bike, it's considered a motorcycle even though it's really different from all the other ones. For a budget option, hands down you should go for the Batty 801 motorcycle. It's only 15,000 bucks and you can pull wheelies with it, go very fast on the road, off-road, and even complete the regular time trial that's going to pay you over $100,000. You might not get it the first time, but after a few fails you should be able to eventually get it, and this is a super cheap vehicle that can actually make you some good money and just be an overall good vehicle to use around free roam. Now the Batty 801 is amazing, but unfortunately the top speed of it doesn't compare to one of the fastest in the entire game. That's the Hakiii Drag HSW. So HSW is an enhanced performance upgrade you can put on select vehicles inside of the LS Car Meet if you're on GTA Expanded and Enhanced. I do have a video on the best HSW upgradable vehicle if you want to check that out after. When you complete House Time Trial, you actually get a free HSW upgrade token, and the Hakiii Drag is probably the best vehicle you can use it on. So you buy the base version of this thing for about 900,000, and then you get a free upgrade token instead of spending an extra, I believe it's like $1.8 million. It has amazing traction, as I said, insane top speed, and we talked briefly about the regular time trial that gets you 100,000 with the Batty 801 motorcycle. While with the Hakiii Drag you can actually do the HSW one that's going to pay you over $250,000, and it's significantly easier than the regular time trial. So really good money maker, very fast vehicle. Then moving into cars, there's so many different good options for different fast vehicles you could have, or different grinding vehicles, since you can use them for whatever. One of my personal favorites has to be the Niobe. It's got really good handling and a great top speed, one of the fastest top speeds in the game. If I had to guess, maybe just a little bit slower than the Hakiii Drag motorcycle, but still an amazing car. It is also HSW upgradable, and with an HSW upgraded Niobe, maxed out performance and everything, it's gonna run you about $4 million, if not a little bit more than that. Another great option would be the Ocelot Virtue that you can actually get for completely free by completing the first dose and last dose missions. If you don't know, basically just head over to the R icon that's a little left of Sandy Shores. That's gonna start up a series of missions, and after completing the very last mission, you are gonna get the Ocelot Virtue as a reward. So instead of spending over $2 million buying this thing, you get it for completely free, and it's an awesome electric supercar, very good acceleration, decent top speed. One of the best non-HSW fast cars that you can get is the Italy GTO. I'm a big fan of this sports car, both for the looks of it and the performance. It's just a really good all-arounder. Can't really point out one thing that it's bad at. The acceleration is great, handling is top-notch, top speed is also very good. I've won many different sports car races with this car, especially with the non-HSW days of GTA Online. Another amazing fast car is the Turismo Omaggio. It's also amazing when it comes to pretty much every single category. Performance is phenomenal, it looks amazing, one of the more realistic looking Ferraris in the game. You definitely also want to have an armored vehicle, and one of the best options for it is the Night Shark. It has a pretty reasonable price tag of just about $1.2 million. That's actually not bad at all. It comes with a machine gun on the front of it, which can light up some cars if you want to, and it takes a good couple rockets to fully blow up this thing, so solid explosive protection. It's also got the window plating, some bullet protection there as well. Overall, very solid vehicle. Every single player should be owning this one. And speaking of a bit safer vehicles to ride around in free roam, that's where Imani Tech vehicles come in, and you can only put Imani Tech on certain vehicles inside of the agency. So the agency is definitely a must-have business you want to be owning, both for money making and for the customization options inside of the garage workshop you have in there. One of the best Imani Tech vehicles to upgrade is hands down the Buffalo STX muscle car. I feel like it's a fan favorite in the community. It's a really nice combination to be able to put armor plating on this thing, so it takes a couple missiles to blow it up, kind of like we have with the Night Shark, and then you can put the Imani Tech upgrade on it with the missile lock-on jammer, so no weaponized vehicle can lock onto you with homing missiles. You can also put the remote control unit on it, and basically it turns into RC Bandito just in a full-size car. Really cool remote control feature right there, but the missile lock-on jammer is hands down the most popular option. Now this next feature is actually in a lot of different businesses, also in the agency, but you can also find it in the arena workshop, for example, the garment factory, the bunker. There's a lot of different businesses that have the Mark II weapon workshop. In the agency, you can find it right in this room, and then you just go up to this guy, press right D-pad, and you have yourself the weapon workshop station. And this specific one, we can also get body armor, which is very important, but there's select weapons that are very important to own. One of them is the heavy sniper Mark II. Looks super nice in my opinion. There's different types of bullets you can actually equip with this thing. I have explosive rounds, which are very powerful, and they actually knock the opponent off their feet no matter what. The majority of the time it's going to be a one shot, maybe in some cases it's going to be a two shot, but very easy to hit the second shot after you knocked him off his feet. Another weapon you have to be owning is the pump shotgun Mark II. Very powerful, of course. If you're looking for a bit more of a regular shotgun, let's say, or you just prefer a semi-auto shotgun, go for the assault shotgun. For an AR, definitely go for the carbine rifle or the Mark II version, which is even better. For LMGs, I definitely like the combat MG Mark II. Very powerful weapon right there. For explosives, pretty much just one best option, the sticky bomb. Absolutely cannot go wrong with this thing. Really like this weapon. Hopefully it actually returns in GTA 6. And then for launchers, you definitely want to have the homing launcher. It could lock onto different vehicles unless they have Imani Tech on them. And for whatever reason, I don't have the RPG purchase, so let me go ahead and buy that real quick. It's a little bit more powerful than the homing launcher, but of course it cannot lock onto any vehicles. How can we not mention the fastest top speed in the entire game with a Banshee GTS, also HSW upgradable? It's gonna run you a few $1,000,000 to fully upgrade this thing with maximum performance. But if you want the fastest land vehicle in the entire game with an insane top speed, as you just see me zooming across the streets of Los Santos, and considering it has a ridiculous top speed, Rockstar actually gave this thing decent handling. It definitely doesn't have as good a handling as, let's say, the Niobe, but it does have a bit better top speed. So the Banshee GTS and the Niobe, definitely two of the best vehicles you can own in this game. If you're looking for more of a budget option, definitely the best budget supercar you can get in this game is the Pegassi Zentorno. You get great value with it, very solid vehicle. It's got some great customization as well, only $725,000, and you can put the missile lock-on jammer if you have an agency, of course. Now the best heist in the game is going to be through the Kosaka submarine. So this is both a property and a business in one, and so this is a super useful property to be able to make a ton of money in this game. Of course, you can do the Cayo Perico heist completely solo, and you also get a super convenient vehicle as an add-on, the Sparrow helicopter. That's a lot of people's go-to vehicle right alongside the Oppressor Mark II. So all you need to do is go in the interaction menu and you can instantly spawn it right next to you when you go into service vehicles and then Kosaka. This is the fastest helicopter in the entire game. It's got flare countermeasures. If someone does actually lock onto you, you can actually just deter the missiles, and it does have homing missiles itself with some pretty good tracking on them. So really like the Sparrow helicopter, one of the best vehicles to get from point A to point B, and to be fair, it is like way faster than the Oppressor Mark II. Some people prefer the Sparrow helicopter helicopter. Some people prefer the flying Oppressor Mark II bike. It's really up to personal preference, but both vehicles are definitely musts. A great business you can own in GTA Online is the bunker, and there's both fast money making methods and a bit more long-term money making methods. The ammunition deliveries are very quick methods. They only take like a few to max a couple minutes to do, and they give you $50,000 in bunker cargo. Well, you can sell bunker cargo for literally millions of dollars. It just takes a bit of sourcing and definitely a long time to actually source to get to the max amount of product. You can also get the CO special cargo, but I feel like the bunker just has a little bit more money making to it and is a bit of a cooler property than just a cargo warehouse. Another must-have property is the nightclub, and solely for the passive income safe, that's hands down the best passive income you can get in GTA Online. It generates $50,000 every 48 minutes, which is so freaking good. I'm actually going to go and collect over $100,000 I have right now. The capacity of the safe is 250,000, so every now and then just go and collect it, refill popularity, and you're going to be making a lot of money with this. Definitely refill the popularity in the basement level computer instead of on the main level computer. And my total earnings all time with the nightclub is $24.5 million, almost $25 million, and 99% of that was actually passive income. So let's go into Resident DJ, rebook some DJs to max out the popularity bar so we keep on generating 50k every in-game day. And I guess it goes without saying the Freak Shop property is also a must. I mean, you do unlock it for completely free while doing the first host mission, so don't really have to pay any money to get that one, but still thought I should mention it. The Terabyte is another really good service vehicle to own. You can buy it through the Warstock website, and there's a lot you can do in this vehicle. You can upgrade Bureau Tech on it inside of the garment factory, but you don't have to be owning a garment factory to be able to upgrade this thing. This is also where you equip missiles on the Oppressor Mark II, so they kind of go hand in hand, the Oppressor Mark II and the Terabyte. This is pretty much the home of the Oppressor Mark II. There's some pretty decent missions if you press right D-pad to go into the touchscreen computer, but then you can press X or square to go into the master control terminal, which basically is one screen that lets you manage every single business you own in the game. So technically I don't actually have to go refill the popularity inside of the nightclub. I can do it right from this screen and literally access every single business I own. So super convenient feature right there. That's another must-have, the master control terminal inside of the Terabyte, or you can also get it inside the arcade. We've had a couple of air vehicles in this video, but we haven't really had a sea vehicle. I mean, except the Kosaka technically, but that's more of like a property slash business. The Toreador is such a cool vehicle with the rocket boost on the back of it. The rocket boost is actually the fastest rechargeable rocket boost we have on any rocket boosted vehicle. It has different weapons like a machine gun and lock on and lock off missiles, and probably the coolest part is it's both a land vehicle and a sea vehicle in one. If I drive into the water and then hold right on the D-pad, it's going to transition into full submarine mode, and we can actually boost underwater as well. So it's a really good submarine and a really good land vehicle in one. If you got some griefers chasing you, this is actually a really good tactic to just go underwater and stay hidden. If you went on to find this video helpful, leave a like on it, subscribe if you're new to the channel with the bell turned on for more awesome content like this that you don't want to miss, and click the video on screen now for another cool video. I hope y'all enjoy that one, and peace.